5 words.
He'd write me letters and before a season or before games, and it was always have fun, play the game. That's the one thing that I've taken and tried to share with the players that I get to coach.
5 words connect the dots between Paul Chryst and a memory. The memory of a man who never saw his son coach a game at Wisconsin.
Kind of wish that I'd had those coach-to-coach conversations. Never really did, but that's one thing that it would be fun to do.
Paul was very proud of his dad. Loved the football, loved being part of, being on the side ever since he was a little boy.
I was always proud to say, what's your dad do? He's a football coach. That was a big deal to me.
So it'll be 25 years that he's been gone next month. So it's a lot of lot of events and milestones that have come and gone.
George Chryst had his own milestones. He was a Wisconsin man. Played there, met his wife there, became an assistant there. And then in 1979, when Paul was just an 8th grader, he left there to become head coach at UW-Platteville, a Division III program in rural Wisconsin.
Oh, good heavens. I consider George as being the person that's responsible for a lot of the things that have happened athletically at UW-Platteville ever since. The players loved him. I mean, there's no other way to describe it.
Hey, man, we got a lot to be thankful for. Most important, be thankful for each other. You hung together, a lot of bad things happen, but you never let it get you down.
Our first year in Platteville, I would chart the plays that were called, and I loved it. My dad on road trips, he used to drive in a van with the quarterback. So that was the first time where I really got to be around the X's and O's of football, and I was fascinated by it.
Paul Chryst started at Platteville High and later played at Wisconsin, just like his dad. Meanwhile, George Chryst won lots of games, but he also won respect and admirers.
If someone had an anniversary party, he would go to the anniversary party. If someone had a birthday party, he would go. If someone had a funeral, he definitely went to the funeral. He just always went out of his way to make sure he was there for people.
On December 3, 1992, just days after leading his program to a 7th consecutive winning season, 55-year-old George Chryst died in his sleep, the victim of an acute spasm in his larynx. Now, it was Platteville's turn to go out of its way for him. Do you remember what they did out at the stadium? Did you ever hear?
I think they put something, I think there's something on the snow. I think they put team.
Team, pride, we love you, George.
Yeah. It's pretty powerful. And that's the greatest thing they could do for him. That would mean a ton to him. That'd be everything that he'd want them to. That'd be a job well done.
Paul was 27 when his dad died. He was 49 when he was introduced as head coach at Wisconsin in late 2014.
Wouldn't have been able to do this without, my mom and dad and family and what they've done. I think he'd be proud. He'd be proud of my family. I think he'd be proud of what I'm doing.